Hello, hello, hello. I'm Andrea Stevens,
And I'm Jeannette Mejias, and we are web swimming.
where exposure brings strength.
Oh, every time you say that, you come in a different spirit. I love that.
I try to change. I got to change it up at some point. I got to tell you. So, my stepmother sent me a text and she was like, I was watching Golden Girls and Maud came in the room and said, hello, hello, hello. And it
Oh
sounded
my
just
God,
like you.
stop it. Oh, that's
I was
hilarious.
like, Dorothy. Yeah. But yeah.
Oh, that's hysterical. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I don't think she does it all the time, but she must have done it on an episode. And
Yeah. Oh, that's
so
funny. I like the
I was
Golden
like, oh,
Girls.
I love the Golden Girls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sophia's my favorite. She's got a
Oh yeah,
mouth on her.
she's a
She's got a
little
mouth.
firecracker. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. So what's doing? What's going on? I see your mom has came up and spending some time with you guys.
Yeah. She was here. She went sledding and now she's
I saw
back
that.
home.
She is young at heart.
Yeah.
God bless her.
Let me tell you, my son, 8 years old. My legs. Oh, this hurts. Hey, these pants, they're too big. Why do you give kids these things? And then my mother, 68, right? She's like, come on, here we go. Here we go. Hi, this is so much fun. So it's like the difference between when I was a kid, I never complained about my legs hurting or like
I
my
know, me
clothes.
neither.
It's these
It's
it's
this
electronic
generation.
it's
This
this
generation.
electronics. And then I think you hear me in the video and I'm like, suck it up, buttercup.
That's really great. I think that's wonderful that you will be able, you were able to spend some really good quality
Yeah.
time with your mom.
Yeah, a few
Yeah,
days. Yeah, I
that's
told her, you better
cool.
quarantine, stay out. You better quarantine and stay out of the stores before you come here.
And you guys got hit with a lot of snow with this recent snow that we got.
We did. We got quite a bit of snow. We got
Yeah.
probably between 12 and 18 inches.
Wow. I have to tell
Yeah.
you, I was so happy. Although usually like I like blast on social media, oh, it's gonna snow. And I decided not to because every time I do that, we get nothing.
How
So
much did you get?
we got at least 8 inches.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, we had quite a bit. It
Yeah.
was awesome.
Yeah, I thought you guys got as
Yeah.
I mean, you got some, at least
Yeah, yeah.
shoveling
Oh
enough to shovel.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. It
Yeah.
looks pretty though. And then we're supposed to be getting we might have a white Christmas.
Oh, it shows rain and 50 degrees here.
Well, they said it was gonna rain tomorrow night on Christmas Eve, after 9 o'clock. But again, this could all change because you know how the
Right, 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 right.
forecasters are. But it's supposed to turn into like a snow white Christmas in the morning. I hope so.
Oh,
Even if I have my
I hope so
coffee,
too because I hate the rain.
I
I
do
don't
too.
I don't want it to
And that's gonna
rain.
be messy if it rains. That's
I just
gross.
read the buffalo's supposed to get dumped on, so my mom might they may see quite a bit.
Yeah.
It's a good thing we didn't drive over there.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah,
Seriously.
yeah.
Oh my
So
goodness. So I can't
yeah,
believe that the holidays are already here. I feel like
I
every
know.
year things go super fast, although um it's a catch 22. Like this year couldn't have gone fast enough, in my opinion. But I think a lot of remarkable things were happening. I mean, we just had the 21st of December was what, the longest day of the year or
Was it
the
the longest
longest
day?
night or something like that. Not quoting it correctly, but it was very interesting about the Saturn and Jupiter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, it was yeah, I thought it was neat. So I
yeah.
found I saw a picture early on in because it gets dark in Italy sooner. So um I saw a picture of the star, how it
Yep.
looks like a big star and it was really pretty. But it was over the mountains and it had snow on the mountain, so it was really pretty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah, a lot of
And
people had really like great pictures
I
after
saw a lot of
later
things.
on. Yeah.
And, they said that that was a day where, all the energy was if whatever you're seeking, that was a time to really kind of put it out there. Um,
Yeah. So I was looking at horoscopes.
yeah, and it is related to
And I don't look at
the horse.
horoscopes. I don't look often. I don't look at my horoscope and read it. I don't usually do that. But with this, I was like, what does this mean?
Right,
You know?
right.
I think
Well, it definitely was interesting,
yeah,
you know?
yeah, yeah. It looks like, I mean, I think I sent you one of them. Um, I think I sent you a link with the horoscope
Yes,
on
yes,
one
yes,
of
yes.
them. It was really, yeah, something. It was something, you know.
Yeah.
I read mine and I'm looking at it right now.
So
Um,
what does yours say?
it's
Share.
it says the great conjunction initiates you into a new creative journey. How much more creative can
Ooh,
I get? Hmm. Um,
well, it's
yeah.
possible. Anything's possible.
Yeah, it says through the modalities that you study, teach, immerse yourself in, and dedicate yourself to, you will be transformed. Now is the moment to seek serious good times and to be disciplined about making space for joy, creative self expression, and the good fortune that awaits when you give yourself the right mix of permission and restriction. I know I
Ooh.
got to restrict.
Now
I'm not big on restriction.
what is your zodiac sign?
I'm Libra.
Okay, so all you Libras, you're hearing it
Yeah, all you
on this.
Libras. Yeah, you got it.
Yes. Is there
Then it
more?
says,
Yeah, keep going.
now for Libra, yes, it says, as Saturn takes the next 2 years to shape up your relationship to this part of your life, it asks you to study the correlation between your time and your drive. You know what? And honestly, I have a time management problems. So this
Mm,
is pretty
I'm
much
telling
speaking
you,
right to me.
if
Yeah.
nothing else has ever been true, I feel like that what it's stating as if they put it out on that day. I think it's pretty accurate. Sounds
Yeah.
accurate.
Okay. So the last part of it says these
Uh-huh.
next 2 years want you to become a time management expert.
Oh my God! Shut the front door.
I
Oh
know.
my
Isn't
God,
that crazy?
that
Talks about
is
the quality of energy. Yeah. I mean, this is like, I mean,
yeah,
that's my biggest problem is time management.
yeah,
Huge.
yeah. Me too. So
So,
I think I want to read mine for
yes.
all those who are Leos. Hopefully,
You're
we have a nice Leo audience. I'm a Leo, and you're gonna love this because it says here Leo and Leo rising.
oof.
Yes, already love that. That's all. That's all I have to say.
And
We're
that's it.
rising. End of
That's it.
story. Yeah.
And there you go, Leos.
There you
There you
go.
go.
There you go. Okay, so this is what it says here for the Leos. It's time to tie the knot. Metaphorically speaking, you're on the rise, and the partnerships that are able to rise with you need to show you their commitment. The Great Conjunction says so.
Ooh.
Yeah, interesting. The next 2 years, test the fabric of your unions to make sure they have what it takes going forward. But this time frame doesn't only examine the agreement that those you are involved with have made to you, it also tests your dedication to those agreements. The
Mhm.
only way to understand the power of your connections and the potential of what can be made within them is to thoroughly dissect what has brought you and what keeps you together. Otherwise, why would you willingly sacrifice the necessary offerings to the altars of your unions? Those that you partner with now need to be interested in growing and evolving the concepts that you are most curious about.
Yes.
And they must be willing to put in the work that such growth requires.
Yes.
Hey, listen in.
Hey.
For insight as to what these next couple of years are asking of you, look back to the shifts that occurred in your relationships from March through July 2020.
Mine said that about the March to July
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Okay. The
There
first,
must be something in that time frame.
yep, the first foray for Saturn's trip through Aquarius.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So
Very
unions,
interesting.
partnerships, yeah.
Yeah, good stuff.
And everybody's got to be on the same page as you.
Absolutely. You know, that's
Hmm.
really been one of my things all the time. I mean, if
Yeah.
you can't, you know, be on the same page of where I'm at, and, you know, and again, this speaks obviously, you know, to my husband. It's like, well, then what are we doing? Right? Because if we can't really support each other and the things that sets our souls on fire, then you have to
Hmm.
really re-examine because you know life is hard enough. I feel
Yes.
that you really, you know, your partner or whoever is doing life with you should not really contribute to those hardships. I mean, I'm a big ambassador and a believer that your home is your sanctuary. And don't get me wrong, it is not it's never going to be roses and, you
Hmm.
know, champagne, all that all the time. I mean,
What
hello.
do you mean?
Yeah, I know that's how you and Gordon roll. So,
Yeah, negative, negative, negative. Although I
I,
wish it was so peaches and roses and champagne, but
I
no.
see those little hot tub pictures.
I'm not, yeah, I'm in there by myself half the time. You know why? Because I don't go out in the dark. So he goes by himself too because I'm afraid of the bears at night.
But I did see a nice family hot tub hangout
Yes,
with
one time.
the moon and this wicked sky. I'm like,
Oh yeah, that was the one time that I was like, okay, I'm gonna brave it. I'm gonna brave it.
you were
Yeah.
brave, yes. So no, I think that's great. I think that whatever your beliefs are, um, you know, for me, I mean, I think this really leads into a really great topic to talk about on
Hmm.
here tonight, because you know the year quite is not leaving us, but I know that 2020 has has played differently for so many people. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, we all were faced with the same challenges, but different, you know, and it really gave, you know, we talked about this in our previous podcast, but if you weren't forced to reflect in life, 2020 definitely had you do that. If you weren't
Right.
forced to make decisions or you were pedal paddling, 2020 made you do that. If you
Or
were
quiet down if you didn't quiet
right,
down.
that's right. If you didn't slow down, if you were that person that was to the next thing, it made you slow down.
Hmm.
And if you were that person that kept putting things off, it made you realize that whatever you say you're going to do, you need to do it and take action.
Hmm.
Otherwise, you may not be able to move forward. And it's also been a year of, you know, for some folks, it was a year of rising. A lot of people really took
Hmm.
this time to really just like, you know, go full throttle in whatever their pursuits were, and they were
Hmm.
just blowing it up. And
Hmm.
I love that, and I commend all everyone that took 2020
Hmm.
by you know by the lapels and say, "Screw you! You ain't taking my life over." And then for
Yeah.
those who really, you know, didn't really have anything of us big like here I am significance, but did enough things that really, you know, was meaningful to them. You know, for me, it was a lot of self discovery. I never had to take a look inside of myself so hard like I did this year. And I
Hmm.
wasn't looking to do that. I wasn't looking, I didn't honestly feel I had anything to discover. I kind
Hmm.
of kept living my life in the way I felt that, you know, I was good. In my opinion, the way I roll, that I'm good. I self develop. I have a great
Yeah.
life. I have my family. I do great things. I have my tribe and I was all good. But then when this all happened, right, it kind of had me take a look inside of myself
Hmm.
and
I think,
how I react to things, you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
that changes.
But I think what really happened is that everybody became present, present within themselves, present when they looked in the mirror, present when they had to, deal with their children, their family, their friends, present when they
Absolutely,
had to deal with death. They were present.
absolutely,
And I think that, or sickness or illness or whatever it is, I just think that everybody became present. So
right.
I think that you think you know yourself well. And I thought the same thing until you became present.
Yeah,
And that's what I think
absolutely.
happened. in the end.
Yeah.
I mean, not that it's not happening now because we're still in the same boat, but
Right. And I think sometimes it's not a bad thing. It forces
no,
us
no.
to take a look at what's important and what's not important. And,
Mm-hmm.
what are you going to really, focus your energy on and what you really are not. And for
Yeah.
me, I saw so many things that I really contributed too much time to that I didn't warrant it.
Yeah.
And now I'm kind of like, I'm just in a different space mentally. And I think that I probably will remain in this space um, for, permanently.
Yeah.
I think that 2020 has really shifted so many people in so many ways,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah, absolutely.
just like you said, so many people had to deal with losses, unexpected losses,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
that's hard, and that really changes you, in some way,
Mm-hmm.
so
And as time goes on, you don't see family or friends. There's, those things, they either shape you, change you, whatever you want to call it, but things happen. Things
absolutely.
happen and you start seeing things differently. And, I think sometimes when you are present, you realize who, you know, who everyone is in your life that you surround yourself with
And who matters at the
and
end
who
of the
matters.
day? Who matters for me?
Right.
That was big for me. Is the people who matters has really shown in such a significant way. You knew that they mattered all the time, but it's
Mm-hmm.
not until something like this that okay, one, two, three, four. Okay, I got about five, and that's all I need, and I'm
Yeah.
good, right? So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, good
I
stuff.
hear you.
Yeah.
Good
So
stuff. Good stuff.
yeah, so I don't know. I'm just really thankful. I mean, I feel that 2020 has really opened my heart to more gratitude,
Mm-hmm.
where I wasn't able to really live in that place because I was in wrestling with so many things, as you know. With
Mm-hmm.
my mom mostly.
Mm-hmm.
But now, as things are changing, because everything, I feel like life is ever changing, right? I'm
Right.
just really thankful. I'm thankful for everything. I think the good, bad, and indifferent. And it's really funny because, yesterday was like a monumental day with the longest, day of the year, and all the planets are aligning
I
and
don't know
all
wonder I
the,
was so tired.
yes, and all this stuff. And it's really funny because I had a moment of reflection, and I do, I've been journaling and I got away from it, and now I'm back into journaling. But something came over me to journal. It's really weird. I don't know, like I'm like, I
Mm.
got to journal this thought right now. And then like after the fact I've learned that um, like yesterday is like the great time to reflect. And my reflection was about the hand I was dealt in life in general, not just what I'm going through now, but
Mhm.
I just started to jot my thoughts because life has been really, you know, a challenge. I
Mhm.
mean, I rose to those challenges, but I questioned in the journal, why am I always faced? Why can't things be just easy? Like for me, like I feel like what am I supposed to learn in all these years, the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, and now that I've entered the 50s, what am I supposed to be learning? And that was a question I asked myself in the journal, and I said, and I'm going to keep turning the pages to that. So I think that
Mm.
I'm really ready to discover more, and well, I know there's more to discover, but I hope that whoever is listening, that you do the same as well. Look inside of yourself and um, be curious and create curiosity and why things are the way they are. What is it telling
Mhm.
you? Because there are messages in your life without you realizing it whatever your beliefs are, whatever that is, but there are messages, and there are things that happen in our life. There's a reason. There's a reason to that, and I would invite you to, start taking a look at why things land the way they do, and
Hmm.
that's what I'm
Or
going
even how you got through some of those things. Because I look back on some things and I thought, I don't know how I did it,
to. Right, right,
and
absolutely.
but when I look
And you're
back,
still standing,
yeah,
right?
yeah, and I look back and I don't know how I did it, but I did it. And
Right.
so now when other things happen, I look back at those harder times and I'm like, I got through that. If I got through that, I can get through this.
Absolutely.
So I think
Absolutely.
reflection is huge.
Reflection is huge. And yeah, I've been doing a lot of that lately. And I think that um, I invite anybody who's listening in to do the same. Um,
Yeah.
Reflect and know that, you've come to the other side. I know I have, and I'm still, working through that. And, but really feed yourself things that support you and gives you life, you know.
Hmm.
For starters,
I mean, if
this podcast gives a lot of life. So,
yeah, and then some.
yeah, just look at the topic and I can promise you it'll jump into your heart.
I mean, basically, if you got to this point and you're listening to this podcast and you got through enough in your life that you are perfectly a-okay,
Yeah.
and you will make it through the rest.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
So
So,
yeah. So I mean, next week when we chat, it'll be really, truly the last
oh,
week
I
of.
know. It'll be the closing
It'll be
out
like
of
the
the
closing of
year.
this year. Adios.
Oh God.
Get the fuck out of here.
Exactly.
I tried to say that a little quieter.
Yeah, yeah,
Next week I won't. Next week I'm gonna yell it.
yeah. I don't blame you.
No.
I think I may, maybe I might have some champagne to pre-celebrate.
Yeah.
Just saying adios to
Hmm.
2020. Stay
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
embrace, what's going to come to us. But
Yeah.
before we exit out or close out, our chat and our time together, Andrea, I wanted you to kind of just let our audience know what we are doing in terms of January,
Yeah.
till the
Next
end
week,
of
well,
January.
yeah, next week we'll announce our speaker for January. And I'll
Okay.
announce who she is. And then also at the end of January, between now and the end of January, we want to make sure we kick off the first month of the year and go strong. And we want to be able to give back too. So basically, what we're trying to do is we want to see who you are because we don't even know all of our listeners. And we want to make sure that we are able to reach out to our listeners. So we ask you to go to our website at www.webswomen.com, scroll down a little bit, go to see where it says subscribe with your email address, subscribe to our website. We will put you in a drawing for a gift card that we will send to you. And then also, what we'll do is we will match the amount of that gift card and we will donate to a charity of your choice. So that we give back as well. So we want to make sure that we start to get to know some of our listeners and our subscribers that way. So please go to our website again, www.webswomen.com. Scroll down and subscribe to our website. All of our podcasts are listed there too. So you can listen to all of our episodes. You can share it with whoever you want. Have other people subscribe as well, and everybody will go into a little pool and we will go ahead and pick a winner at the end of January, the last week of January. And that winner will be announced. So hopefully we can have you on our winner. Maybe we can even have you on our episode. That would be great. And then you can announce the charity of your choice that we can donate to yourself. And I think that would be great.
I think so too. That
Yeah.
is wonderfully stated. I don't think I could have announced it any better than you did. And I just want to take the time to really wish you and your family a Merry Christmas
You
and a
too. Back
wonderful
at you.
holiday. and just slow down, cherish those memories, and
yeah, stay in your pajamas, enjoy.
Yes, have your hot cocoa.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Or whatever it is. I know I'm gonna have something, a little something in it.
Or a little mimosa. I like my mimosas on Christmas morning.
I know. Oh, I know.
Or my coffee with Bailey's. That's my two choices.
Oh,
so.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds good.
I need something while the kids opening up the gifts. I need something to come.
Yes.
And now we got the puppy. So the puppy's going to be, who knows how that's going to.
It's going to be his first Christmas.
It's his first Christmas with us. That was his first snowfall. Yeah, he loves the snow. He's like a rabbit.
Oh my God, how cute.
Yeah. So you guys tell your family I said Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Kisses to all the boys and your mom.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. And then we'll talk to you after Christmas.
Yeah, I'll see you.
Or I'll be texting you before then, but.
Yeah, definitely. We'll definitely hang out with you next week. And we'll catch up and
we'll shut down 2020.
And we'll shut it down right, baby. All right, girl. Well, thanks for hanging out. And remember, everyone, we are Webb's Women,
where exposure brings strength.